Hello, my name is Hannah Hemberger, and this is my personal introduction for EDL 854. I currently live in Argonia, Kansas, which is a super small town southwest of Wichita in south central Kansas. It's a town of about 500, completely surrounded by farmland. This little picture right here, I added in. These are my newest baby niece and nephew. They were born a couple months apart. This one, Bo, is 2 months, and then Madison is a couple weeks old here. So we've had a lot of fun welcoming them into our family. This picture down here is a picture of my boyfriend Aaron and his two kids, Errolyn and Trace. And then we have been very busy the last month or so adding on to our house. So here's the before picture, and then here's the after picture. And after we finish this addition, we're going to start remodeling on the inside. So things have been a little crazy in that aspect, just getting everything aligned with the contractor and making sure everything goes smoothly. A little educational background. I graduated from Kansas State University in 2013 with my bachelor's degree in elementary education and my provisional endorsement in special education. I went right on and got my master's degree in special education as well. And so I spent a lot of money and a lot of time at K-State. I miss Manhattan all the time. I love to go back and visit. And then I currently am pursuing my master's degree in educational leadership with Fort Hays State University, and I just started that this summer. I have been a special education teacher for 7 years as an elementary special ed teacher. I do have my K through 12 licensure, so I can do 6 through 12 as well, but I definitely preferred to teach the younger kiddos. Currently, I am the lead teacher slash principal here at Sumner County Academy. It is our behavior day school that serves 6 districts within Sumner County. And so right now I'm the lead teacher until I finish my business leadership degree, building leadership degree, and then I will become the principal. But so I've been in special ed, and behavior has always kind of been my jam, and I've always been drawn to it. And last year I was the elementary teacher here at the academy. And so this year I moved up into the administration position, and I love it. That picture down in the bottom is of my staff. I have 3 teachers, an elementary, a middle school, and a high school teacher, and then 8 paras underneath me. And we work together and we make great things happen every single day. So changing gears and talking about budget within schools. 10 important facts that I discovered within our resources we were given. The first one, principals went from school manager to school reformers and defining educational objectives and goals. I feel like that this was important to me in that principals they know more about what's going on with the school and with the teachers and what the needs are of the teachers and the kids, and they have the vision and the goals for where they see the school going, so they are used more for that rather than just the management day-to-day business keeping the school going. Number 2 was fundraising, so having a plan for the funds that is in compliance with public education. So making sure that when you are fundraising, within your community using the school, what that money is going to, and you tell people so that they know where their money is going and what it's being used for as far as education goes. The school-based management system, which was shifting the control of funds, I really thought was important in that it shouldn't just be determined by one person. It should be a committee, and everybody has different ideas and different things that they bring to the table, and so I definitely feel like that things should be shared, but knowing the control and what's needed within that. Number 4 is determining a district philosophy to then determine the courses of action. I really like this from Kataska because I felt like a district's going to spend their money based on their philosophy and what they believe for their students and staff. Whether if they're a sports-based school, or they're a school that needs this, or in the fine art, whatever it is or whatever they're needing, I feel like would help guide the budget and the funding and where money actually goes. Number 5, in the budget, consider the school resources, the background, and the needs of students. This is just knowing your school and what's needed, and where you're going with that. Number 6, the important aspect. So reading and comprehending and creating financial statements and reports, very, very important. Something that I definitely is not a strength for me right now. I have not done a lot with budget, so I feel like as a principal, being able to understand those statements and reports, and read them, very important. Number 7, it's time for state legislators and district officials to recognize principals know what is best for their students. So, like trusting the principals and the building leaders, and getting their input and their opinions, to help make decisions for school districts. Number 8, optimize leadership by being educated and using the best tools available. So I liked this because there was different ideas as far as like accounting tools, and things you can use to help you. And so just knowing what's out there and what's the best one for you to use personally or with your school. Number 9, building leaders must have the tools and capacity to manage people, processes, and funding. So having that background knowledge, and the tools in your toolbox, to be able to successfully implement a budget and run a budget for a school district. And then number 10, a recent study shows the majority of worrying principals lack financial literacy. And I really liked this because when I think to, like, if I was a principal of an elementary school or a high school, I wouldn't have that financial literacy that I need. That would be something that would be a weakness for me that I would really need to work on, um, as I was beginning in that role. In my previous school district that I taught at, the superintendent of the district was also the elementary principal, and then she had a high school principal. And so it's super small, so it's just very different, I'm sure, from what other people are used to. But our superintendent, she wrote the financial reports and presented them to the Board of Education. She utilized an accounting system. All of the money that was spent went through the superintendent. She was kind of controlling with our budget and the money that we spent, which I felt like was a good thing, because she kept our school running, and um, since we were so small, we didn't have all just a ton of funds. So she was very controlling with that. She did many fundraisers, and involved the community, and did a nice job, working closely together with them. She attended our PTO meetings and really helped, and I felt like she had a really big voice with PTO, and like knew what our schools needed, and where we were struggling with. One thing though is I didn't feel like she included the high school principal very much, and I asked her about it, and she just said it was just due to lack of experience and trust, with that. So I feel like that if that's something that's built up, then that's something, um, that they could definitely then work together towards. My concerns as I get my building leadership degree and dealing with budget and funding is just having the knowledge to understand and present budget reports, knowing where the money comes from, keeping everyone in the district happy and ensuring equality and fairness, finding a balance with spending and saving money, and then handling budget cuts, as we all know that those do happen. So super excited for this class. I'm excited to learn, as this, like I said, this is not an area of strength for me. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I am ready to learn and hit the ground running. So thank you. Here are my references for this presentation.